Good morning, everyone. Myself, Anskara from class 9. Today, I would like to speak about tissue, a group of similar cells, a group of cells similar in structure that perform a particular work together is known as tissue. The term tissue was given by Bichard in 1792, and the study of tissue is known as histology. Why? Why tissue are important? Because tissue help to reduce a low workload of a single cell. They help to differentiate the level of division of labor in multicellular organism. They help they help to they they organize to form organ and organ system. These all like organization of tissue, higher efficiency, help them a multicellular organism to live longer. We talk about tissue are two types, plant tissue and animal tissue. uh, Here we are mainly discuss about plant tissue. Plant tissue further divide into two types, permanent tissue and mesmetic tissue. First we talk about mesmetic tissue. Mesmetic tissue are generally help in the growth of plant. They have the capacity to divide continuously. But if we talk about permanent tissue, they are derived from the mesmetic tissue that lost their capacity to divide and perform a particular function. Permanent tissue have large vacuoles and maybe they have thin or thick cell wall. If we talk about mesmetic tissue, they don't carry the vacuoles and their cell wall are also very thin because it can create problem in the during the division time. Mesmetic tissue are three types: apical, lateral, and intercalary. Apical meristem help in mainly to plant grow longer, and this type of growth is known as the primary growth. And this type of tissue, apical tissue, is found on the root or shoot of the plant. If we talk about lateral meristem mainly help in the growth, girth growth means thickness of the plant. And this type of tissue are found generally on stem and root of the plants, and this type of growth is known as the secondary growth. If we talk about intercalary, this type of tissue are generally found between the internodes of the branches and below the leaf stalks, and this type of tissue mainly help to in the growth of internodes. If we talk about permanent tissue, they are also divided into two types: simple permanent tissue and complex permanent tissue. Simple simple permanent tissue, these type of tissue are composed of same type of cell. Complex permanent tissue are composed of different type of cell. If we talk about simple tissue, they are further divided into three types: parenchyma, collenchyma, and scalenchyma. Parenchyma mainly help the plant to store food, but it also helps the plant to provide strength and support. And this type of and parenchyma tissue are generally found like roots, stem, flower, or leaves of the plants. And if we talk about the cell wall of parenchyma tissue, they are very thin, and it parenchyma cells also have intercellular space. There are two more modified version of parenchyma: erenchyma and collenchyma. If we talk about collenchyma, the parenchyma which contain the chlorophyll and help the capacity to perform photosynthesis are known as collenchyma. If we talk about erenchyma also a modified version of parenchyma, and this type of tissue contain the air cavity, means space which help the aquatic plant to float uh, over the water, like lotus. We can say that lotus, water lily, they are float over the water because of erenchyma. If we talk about collenchyma provides flexibility to the plant. They help the plants to bend, and this type of tissue generally found on stem or stalk of the leaves. We talk about scalenchyma. Scalenchyma are composed of disc cells, and the first two type of simple tissue Parenchyma and collenchyma are composed of living cells, but the scalenchyma are composed of dead cells. It helps to provide mechanical strength and support to the plant, and their cells are very thick because of the deposition of lignin. If we compare all the three types of simple tissue cell wall, parenchyma contains have the very thin cell wall. Collenchyma have thin cell wall, but their corners are thick because of the deposition of pectin, cellulose, hemicellulose. But scalenchyma have very thick cell wall because of the deposition of lignin. If we talk about another difference in their intercellular space, parenchyma contain the intercellular space. Collenchyma maybe the intercellular space may be present or absent, but in scalenchyma there is no intercellular space. Now we will talk about the types of complex tissue. Complex tissue are two types: xylem and phloem. Xylem mainly help in the conduction of water and mineral. It is unidirectional, means it conduct water and mineral in one direction. If we talk about phloem, phloem helps in the conduction of food, and it is bidirectional, means it transport food in many directions, multi-direction. Xylem. Xylem is composed of four types of cells like vessel, trachea, xylem fiber, xylem parenchyma. First two type of cells, vessels and trachea, help in the conduction of water and mineral, and xylem parenchyma help in the storage of food, and xylem fiber help the plant to provide mechanical support and strength. Except xylem parenchyma, all the cells of xylem are dead. If we talk about phloem, it is also composed of four types of cells: sieve tube, companion cell, phloem fiber, phloem parenchyma. For sieve tubes help in the conduction of food in phloem. And if we talk about companion cell, it helps the sieve tube to in the conduction of food in the plants. If we talk about two more types, phloem fiber. Phloem fiber here also provide the mechanical support and strength. If we talk about phloem fiber, it also store food here. In phloem fiber, except except phloem fiber, all the three type of cells are living, but phloem fiber are dead. If it there are two more there in plants, there are two protective cells, two protective tissue are also found, like epidermis and cork. Epidermis are found on the outer layers of leaves mainly, and they help the plants to protect the plants from mechanical injury, pathogens and loss of water. In desert plant, epidermis, they in desert plants they contain a very thin layer of cuticle composed of cutin protein, which help them to reduce the loss of water. We talk about no, there is one more thing about the epidermis. Epidermis contains some holes for the exchange of gases. The epidermis cells in roots increase their area for the exchange of water for water and mineral conduction. We talk about cork. When the primary meristem replaces the secondary meristem, it converts into cork cambium. Cork cambium generally found on the bark of the trees, and they are composed of dead cells, and their cells are composed of suberin protein, and they make, due to the hardness and this protein, the cork tissue, means bark of the tree, become very valuable. Thank you.